Hello everyone, and welcome to a new playthrough of 86 ATAC. I played a fair bit off camera. In fact, I was just felt like playing some hack, but didn't really feel like recording. And you may notice my last run didn't go so great, 0 points. But I'm still actually quite happy with how it went. You may notice down at the bottom we have a very good streak score. In fact, where is the list? So good that we made the global top 10, I think this is ever. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it gets refreshed every 2 months or something crazy, but I think it's probably best ever. I just felt like when I was playing that several times, I was like, dang, I wish I'd been recording. I had all these, cool reactions. Like when I made a mistake, I was just like, oh my god, it's so terrible, right? And like, or like when I just barely survived, I was reacting emotionally without even thinking about things, and I'm like, this would be such good video, but I wasn't recording it, and so that's what made me say, like, geez, if I can make like number 6 on the all 7 6 7 6 6 6 6 number 6 on tied, in fact, for number 6 and 7 on the global all-time high score list, and I'm like saying things that would be good to record, like we should, what am I even waiting for? Let's start a new game. Anyway, let me double check, actually. Am I recording? Oh, heck yes, I'm recording. Alright. I shouldn't be wasting footage like that, I guess is what I'm saying. Should be recording it. And I think last time I played on camera, I hadn't unlocked all of the programs yet. I had gotten most of them, but not all. I have them all now. So there might be some here that are new to you guys. I don't remember exactly. I think Hack is pretty new. Clear siphoned cells. So like, if you've put down a siphon, say where I'm standing, these 5 squares, then those are marked as siphoned for as long as you're on the floor, and if you ever hack, then everything on those 5 squares is destroyed, just like Crash. Have we looked at Crash yet? I don't know. I think we have. But I don't know. The cool programs that, like, I don't know, maybe I'll just mention them if I think you guys might not have seen them. But alright, so what are we doing here? I have Delay, which I love. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen Attack Plus. It sets your attack to 2 instead of 1 for the rest of the floor. Very powerful, but of course with 8 things guarding it, it's sort of hard to survive getting this early. I suppose if I could pick up enough resources, maybe I could, but I don't know. It's the kind of thing I don't like to spend the resources on until later in the game, if even then. So like push, undo. I'm inclined to get undo here, I guess, is the main thing. Or wait, maybe both. That's actually pretty good value right here. And then do I like... I was gonna say, do I delay this? But I can't. I can't undo it. I think I might just die. Alright, that could be fun. We'll see. No, we should be okay. Alright. Do I want to take my chances of getting anything else this level? I don't think so. I think we need to just get out of here with our... before we're dead. And there's some valuable hacking territory over in the bottom left. Also a debug. Calm? I don't remember if you guys saw Calm. It stops the enemies spawning every whatever number of turns for as long as you're on the level. Where would I even want to hack? Right here there's 11 total resources. Here there's also 11. I'd kind of like to pick up a debug though, or maybe a calm. I don't know. What I really need is credits though, because, well, because I have enough energy, but then again, I don't have programs that do much. I guess I want to be able to use delay, is why I'm picking this up. So now, right, if we don't have hack anymore, never mind. So I was gonna tell you guys now we could hack these 5 squares, but like, A, we can't, and B, that's not super important anyway. Jeez. I don't think I can pick up calm. I could maybe get a warp. Warp is a good valuable escape tool. Slightly fewer things guarding it, and we could fight them off with delay, and we get a little bit more resources. Yeah, I like that. Calm is also just not that good on like level 3. You want it like later on in the game, because it's quite expensive. but it stops a ton of monsters being created if you do it on some of the later levels. So I think we're just going to delay a couple of these guys, namely these two. I could use another delay to go 1, 2, 3, and then shoot this guy as well. I mean, I'm not keen on that. Like, a warp is only slightly more expensive, and I think there's a reasonable chance we won't have to use any program at all. So, yeah, great. Awkward. Alright, if I go north, this guy will be here, and then I'll shoot 3 times, and he'll go 1, 2, 3. Fine. I don't know, like, does the mouse cursor being here get in the way for you guys? Like, I don't know. It doesn't bother me. I can move it off the screen, great. But I also like to have it to point at things, and, like, I just forget to move it. It doesn't really bother me that it's on screen. I don't know, maybe it bothers you guys. Do we need anything else on this floor? We could pick up the 3 points, like, it would be okay. Now that I have warp, I could pick up calm. I think 1 or 2 warps would be enough to fight off 6 enemies. Is calm good enough that I'm willing to invest in it this early? I don't think so. Like, I usually don't like to spend a calm until at least level 6. Sometimes 5. Which is to say that, you know, investing a bunch of resources now into getting it and then not using it for a long time. Where is this guy? He's on this square, which means I can catch him here. What was I talking about? Calm? You don't want to, like, invest in something and then not be able to use it for a long time, because then, like, all the resources you have can sort of be gaining interest for you in a sense. Like, you're leveraging them to get more good stuff. This is true in general, not just in Hack. I think, like, in most games, you want your resources doing work for you, and in some cases, you can, like, that can just be sitting in the bank and gaining interest, like literally gaining interest in some. You know, but Hack has no such mechanism, so you have to actually put your resources to use. I'm kind of inclined to pick up a Poly, but it's not that great. Another thing we could do is reduce. Lowers the number in the top left, the Guardian count, the alert count, I guess it's called, on all programs on the floor. Not programs, walls. Since we're floating so many siphons, we could make use of reduce and get its value many times over a single level. This column, like, is also positioned reasonably well. This is kind of okay. Poly is kind of okay. There's also just, like, good resource squares here, here. I don't know. I think I like the idea of a reduce. Just getting one big reduce floor. Like, maybe next floor or the floor after. It's like 3 monsters is not that many to fight off to get the program itself. And the value it can pay off with is pretty high. Now, are we really going to siphon 5 things next level? I argue no. So we don't need to float all 3 siphons to get a good value out of reduce. But when you get reduce, you kind of tend to, like, go a whole level without siphoning anything and then spend a bunch of siphons on the next level, because you can get more value per siphon that way. So the question is, like, just do I want to siphon here or neither place before I go? I don't think I want to do anything other than those 2 things. Here, what are we getting? 8 energy and 2 credits? That's pretty good. That's 10. Here, we're getting 8 and a program, but we're going to have to fight pretty hard for it. 5 is a pretty big number. Here, we're getting 8, but no program. Seems a lot worse than being here. Even, yeah, okay. I think I'll just take the resources. And now on this floor, hopefully there's a lot of stuff we want that we could reduce a few times. Not really. Not at all. Ugh. I mean, we could reduce, like, say, 3 times and then come over here. And, pick up 10 points. And then maybe here and pick up the 4 points in the column. Or maybe here. Pick up another 9 points. 19 points for 2 siphons. And 3 or 4 uses of a program. That's pretty good. You can sort of think of reduce as like killing 1 monster per thing you're going to siphon, right? So if we can arrange to siphon even just these 4 things, then reduce is $2, 1 energy, kill 4 monsters, which, I mean, pretty good value, right? You have to sort of go out of your way to make that value a reality. But, I mean, that's sort of the way most of the subtler programs are in this game, right? You know, things like antivirus, you sort of just get a moderate amount of value most of the time without having to try very hard. Whereas the ones that... It's sort of... Well, let's deal with this level, and then we'll get into the philosophy of value. Which I guess is what I was thinking about there. So... I kind of do like trying to pick up everything on this floor, except for that reduce, which obviously will do us no good. And if I want to do that, it seems like we spend 3 siphons, right? Here, here, and here. How many monsters can we comfortably fight off at once? 3 seems safe enough, which is spending 3 reduces, and then each of these corners will spawn exactly 3 monsters, right? It seems pretty okay to me. So let's go ahead and do that, right? That's just $6, and that's pretty good. I have a delay that I could use to completely destroy these guys. Yeah, I should. Because if I just step north, shoot twice, this guy will have moved to here, which is a pretty awkward spot for me. What am I going to do? Wait? Maybe I can just wait. That's probably okay, actually. Plus, who knows? This guy might be a demon, or this guy might be a virus, and then, like, I can do some other things. Alright, they're all Cryptogs, apparently. Great, and now I actually don't have to, because I can just shoot this guy for my wait. Alright, great. I'm glad I didn't spend any resources there. Oh, this is 4, isn't it? 4 is fine. We're in a pretty good position. Huh, interesting. Interesting indeed. Pretty well spaced out, for me, group of monsters, I would say. Able to fight most of that stuff without taking any risks. So here I could wait, or I could just walk out there and take a hit, planning to heal up on my way out. But I might need to take another hit later and not be able to prevent it with a wait. I think I'll just wait here. Where is the Cryptog? I think he's here. So if I wait, he comes here. Then I shoot 3 times. He goes 1, 2, 3. I'll have to wait again. Alternatively, I move out. He comes here. I get hit. 1, 2, 3. Meanwhile, he goes 1, 2, 3. I actually get hit only once. Whereas I would have to spend 2 waits to prevent it. I think I'd rather take the damage. Let me tell you guys though, when the thing spawned up here, I was like, oh geez, I'm gonna pay for having chosen to take the damage. But it turned out to be okay. Especially if I had misremembered where the guy was standing, I would have been pretty sad. Yeah, I guess we just come out to meet him. Knock it off, guys. One thing that I've sort of observed, and I don't know if I'm imagining it, is that the longer you're on a level, the faster monsters appear to spawn. Like it's trying to tell you, get the heck out of here. Stop wasting my time. I don't know, I could be imagining it. Not so happy with this. I could spend a column or a warp and probably solve this issue. Warp could put me in a fairly awkward spot, and column is about as expensive and like guaranteed deals with the issue. I think I'll just column and then move like west-east and shoot down the demon. Column is 6. Let's get out of here before the monsters spawn. Alright, great. So again, we could do some heavy-duty reduce tactics, right? There's not any great ways to pick up a lot of stuff, is there? We can only hit one thing with each siphon, really. Unless we want to pick up, like, step and score, which seems dumb. The only other thing we can get 2 of is this, and we already have undo, so... So we're not likely to do anything too crazy with reduce here. Now, I mean, we could reduce a couple times, pick up, like, the 7 and the 6 or something, I don't know. But I'd be just as happy to save my siphons for like the next floor and sort of I don't know, just pick up some resources here like this, maybe here or here, not sure. Do we need a delay to deal with this stuff? Delay is not going to help very much. It kills like one monster, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So I'm inclined to just walk towards them and then like wait and see what develops. If it turns out that that's a really bad idea, I can like undo and still apply the delay. Okay, it's a virus. That's like fine, because it means this guy is going to get to me as well. Right, I'll back off. Actually, he's gonna be like. It's fine. I think it's fine, right? So I back off. The virus comes here. This guy comes here. Shoot him. This guy comes up. Shoot him again. This guy goes over. You know, I'll have to wait to avoid getting hit, but I guess that's fine. Alternate plans. Don't see anything too good. How many moves away is this guy? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So like 4 moves, and he's awkwardly positioned in the sense that he won't ever be standing here, right? So he's got the wrong parity for me, right? Once I kill whatever thing is stopping him, he's going to jump in and stab me. So I have to keep him in mind as well. I don't think a delay would have helped much, so I don't think we're going to undo. And given what's on screen, I don't think we have any better plans. We may use a warp to avoid getting hit by this guy later, but for now, let's not do that. Do anything. Oh, good. This guy made a really dumb choice. Came down here. Looks like there's a Cryptog standing, like, right here. I haven't tracked him, but that seems reasonable, right? That's where he must be, or the virus would have come down this way. Oh, I see. There's probably 2. They're like here and here or something, right? Because he couldn't get in last turn either. So yeah, I've spent 4 turns since they all spawned, which means 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're sort of fighting over this area, I guess. All right. Well, let's shoot this guy again. Yeah. So they're all in this area, I think. They must be like right there. So I could wait and then kill the 2 Cryptogs. Could I? Wait. And they're here. And then shoot. He goes back, I guess. And then shoot. And he comes in. Ugh. So I'd have to wait again. to avoid getting hit. What if I were to warp instead? I could land here, which is not great at all. But, yeah, and here isn't so great. But this is great! I think I'll just wait. Interesting. So the other one is definitely, well, was right here, because this guy couldn't move. But I guess he backed up to here or something? I think I like using a warp now. Alright, well, I take it back. I could undo. But I don't think that's really gonna help much. Let's just shoot him. Alright, we're into the level, finally. Boy, I do play slower on YouTube. Even when I had like a pretty substantial streak going and I was rather invested in protecting it, I was playing more slowly and more carelessly. Quickly and more carelessly. Just narrating all this stuff takes time, you know? So, I was saying we were gonna grab all this, which I still like. It's a total of 10 resources, pretty good. And I don't really want to reduce any of this stuff, so let's just go. You gotta save reduce up for big value. Now this, I'm very out in the open, is the first thing I notice. And I really would like to delay to kill all this stuff. I don't see any better plans, so I'm just gonna do that. The other thing I notice is that there's several walls that are like close to each other, so we can hit several of them. We can hit 2 of them with a siphon, and that'll let us get good reduce value, blah, blah, blah. So we'll probably want to pick up these 9 points, and like this question mark and something. I'm not sure exactly. Is hack going to be that good for us? Probably not, so I guess I'll take the 7 points instead. So let's delay. Kind of was thinking about delaying again, but I didn't. I timed it wrong. Step east. Yeah, and now just a column, I think, is fine. All right. So if we want to pick these up, I think we stand here and here. Sure. That's only 2 reduces, but it's 4 things. We're only using up 2 of our 3 siphons, but we're hitting 4 things, so each reduce is getting good value, and it means we'll still be floating a siphon for next level. 2 siphons, actually, which is good, I guess. I'm a little bit worried about overfloating here. The other thing is we could just spend a siphon here to pick up a ton of money. I'm not sure exactly whether money is the resource we need, or if what we really need is energy. Let's spend 4 reduces. I'm going to be kind of out in the open when I hit this stuff, so I don't want to have to deal with 3 monsters. And it's better to over-reduce than under-reduce, really. Just because it's easier to... It can be very expensive to kill monsters after they're created. But it's not super expensive to, like, just kill off 2 monsters with a reduce. So let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and I still like a 4th. Alright, it was weight, which we already had. Too bad. I guess the other thing is that maybe we should just pick up this hack, even though it's not touching anything else. Yeah, we've already invested a ton in this level, right? So we want to get value out of it. Like if I saw hack for 1 just out in the wild, I would be like, wow, that's pretty good. I think. So here it is, and we should take it, right? I mean, we're also getting 5 money, which is not bad. We could get more money here, right? But not a ton more. I'd rather have hack than a little bit of money. And I do still want to float that one siphon rather than pick up a couple resources, so that we can... God. Well, we've been here for so long that the monsters are just coming in like crazy. I guess we gotta go. See ya. Ugh, it's kind of gross. What if we actually just warp that guy? It seems dumb, right? To just warp one demon, but it gets us into a position where we can more easily use, where we can more easily delay this stuff. So it's sort of doing, like, in one sense, I could just spend a delay, and that buys me the 3 turns it takes to shoot this guy. And warp is slightly more expensive than delay, right? So I should use the delay. But the warp also saves me, like, several moves in what I really want to do, which is getting here to start shooting these guys. So I think I'm going to do warp and delay. So warp, delay, and yes, I will delay this one more time. We're starting to run low on energy, which is something to keep an eye on. Is there anything we want on this level? Well, yeah, these 12 points would be real great. But I mean, we might choose not to take them. There's only one level left, and it's a doozy, right? Level 8 is always nasty. So we want to make sure we don't, like, exhaust our reserves on this level. And find ourselves unprepared for level 7, 8. So one thing I'd like to do is siphon here, probably. This looks like the best place to gather resources, right? We're getting 9 total. Pretty good. There's not 9 anywhere else. Here we pick up more energy. So if I were going to siphon... If I were going to reduce this, how many times would I do it? Like 4? It's a big investment, right? I might not be able to afford this. I might need to save it for level 8. Because we're going to need a ton of delays, and then there'll probably be some good stuff to reduce on level 8 anyway, right? Yeah. So I think we're just going to have to let these 12 points go. We have a respectable number of points now, and we'll pick up some more on the next floor, which should... Come on. Oh, there we go. Which should get us a reasonable final score, I think. Oh, that's good timing. Good placement. Interesting. We have quite a little corridor here, don't we? And, well, 4 things that I would like to siphon. But it's going to be tough to actually siphon them all, right? Getting both the 5 and the question mark lined up is pretty tough. The only thing that occurs to me is using hack, we can destroy a wall. For example, we could siphon here, hack through this wall, siphon here, and then head out, siphoning here on the way. But of course, you know, we have to survive as well. And that's going to be done with delays and reduces, probably. Also, of course, this corridor is great for columns. I don't think right now a delay does us any good. It's going to cost us a ton of moves to get up there. And we're safe from everything but glitches anyway. So I think we just sort of tough it out, really. If any glitches do show up, we'll shoot at them while using column to kill the stuff above us. And we should be able to get through that without taking any damage at all, I would think. Okay, 2 glitches. Fine. Can I do anything to convince them to move poorly? I don't know. Come up here. I don't think I want to go any further north and expose myself to the Cryptog standing here. I'm going to move south and hope that this glitch goes west at some point. He doesn't seem inclined. Alright, we'll just column these guys, like I said. Still a lot of Cryptogs lurking out there. Where is this guy? He's like about here, I think? But I'm not gonna put any money on it. He might be right here for all I know. Nah. Turns out he was here. Okay, so now I guess it's about time to do some math, really, right? Now that we've survived, I should have moved east, not west. We've survived the initial onslaught, and now we have to figure out what do we actually have the resources to get here. How many reduces would it take to make grabbing all that stuff relatively safe, or how many delays? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's here. So we can just go west twice and nab him. Okay, so if we really wanted to, we could spend 7 reduces, right? That's pretty good. That would make this cost just be nothing. I mean, that's a thing we could do. But that would leave us with, like, did I say 7? We could do 8 if we wanted. But sorry, we could do 8, but there's no reason to because we would get everything down to 0 with just 7 of them. So with 7, what would we have left? We would be spending 14 and 7, which would leave us with 5 and 4. That's enough to hack through this wall for sure. Then grab this stuff, head out. It seems like we can afford to do that, actually. Oh, yikes. Jesus Christ, I need a calm, man. Give me a calm. The other thing is, can we pick this up first? Because that would be great, wouldn't it? And I think we can. Pick this up. Well, actually, it's only giving us 1, 2, 3, these 4 total resources, because we're planning to siphon here anyway. So, if we're siphoning here anyway, I could get better resources, say, here. Yeah, let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4 are the places I plan to siphon. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that works. Okay. Ugh. It's always a little sketchy. Also, nicely, siphoning here gets us to better parity with this guy. Yeah, see, now he has to come right next to us. Alright, so let's do the multi-reduce plan. Now, I think 6 ought to be enough. I don't really need to do the 7th. And this might make... Having some energy in reserve is a real thing to have. So let's go ahead and grab this. Yeah, nothing. Now, I said I was going to hack through this wall, but I suppose since there are no monsters to deal with, I could just walk through and save myself the 5 resources. Yeah, let's. Oh no! We have to, because we need to stand here to get the siphon of the last few things. Alright, wasted a few turns there. Let's hack. Grab this stuff. Could delay that guy. Don't see any reason to. Do I? No. Alright, just a couple points there. Okay. I can just pick this up and shoot that guy. Don't need to do anything fancy. Let's just show the world who's boss. There we go. All right, pretty good, pretty good. We're a guru. Got a sauna apparently, and 60 points. Not bad, not bad. 4th place. I was playing on a different computer over vacation, so I have apparently doesn't share your own personal high score list, even though they do get published to like this list and so on, weirdly. So I have a few scores that are better than 60 that aren't on this list, but 60 is still quite respectable. I read that there are exactly 100 points available on every run. I'm not sure if that, or maybe I'm misremembering the number, but I think it's 100. So I don't know. I guess that's a cap, but I mean 60 is good. 50 to 60 seems to be my sweet spot of like that's a good game, and it's a good one to get our new streaks started with. So maybe we can start challenging this best streak score pretty soon. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next episode.